Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now, I'm sure you're not surprised that I'm making yet another video, and this one's going to be another update of some changes front end with the latest themes, 3D options, and so forth. But one of the big problems I had with the previous core release, or a lot of the feedback that we got had to do with people not quite understanding what and where and how to access certain things. Core was a great idea, but it was very messy. People didn't know how to access the 3D settings. When they turn on 3D, how do they go about, where do they change the borders, where do they change themes, and how do they change? They can change background, but how do they scale it? How can they zoom it? How can they change it to something else? Where to disable the desktop icons? And these things were all quite messy and sort of all over the show. So a big part of this release was not only bug fixing and improving on scripts and stuff in the background, but it was also on getting these GUIs together to sort of tie things into a much neater bundle, so that it gives a much more simpler user experience, which is why we came up with this a much all-in-one sort of needed GUI for managing the clock, which is brilliant. Then we came up, well, we first came up with this before the clock, but then the wallpaper selector, which is nice and easy to use with the desktop options. It's all in one. That's quite nice too. And of course the themer, which is pretty nice on its own. The problem with the themer and the 3D options of Core is that having two GUIs to do the same thing. So for example, if you open up this themes option here, you'll see here the cursor themes on top, mouse cursor, and then you'll see the border themes, and then you'll see the color palette here that you can change the colors, and then you have 3D on off. And then what happens when you turn on 3D? Now you've got a different GUI for managing the 3D, but you still have this GUI with options here, like the borders stop working if you turn on 3D, but yet they're still here. People, it does confuse people. And so the solution was actually really staring me right in the face. If you open up themes, surely if you switch on 3D, you should use the same option. So now I've come up with a better solution than before. There's no more little separate little GUI for managing the themes. If you now open up Themes Manager, let's go open up Themes Manager there, and you switch 3D on, you turn on 3D. As you can see now, 3D is on. Let's open up something here. You'll see here 3D is now on, right? It's all operating, all working. Now, usually to access a 3D, you would have to go through another separate GUI, but no. I've now tied the 3D GUI and the normal GUI for both window managers into one. So if we turn off 3D and you right click, you would go here. You just open the normal themes manager to manage your themes, right? Because the GUI is off. You can now go change your borders as you want. You can change cursors, change the colors. If you switch 3D on, you can now go to the same place, and the same GUI has now been transformed into the 3D version of the GUI, which means you've got the mouse cursors, you've got the color palette, but the borders are gone. Instead, you've got, of course, the Emerald theme border manager, which manages the borders for Emerald and Compass, and you've got the settings manager here for the Compass config settings manager, and then of course you've got the off button again to switch 3D off. So all the options that matter are right here in the same GUI. Turn off again, then go back to the same GUI, and you'll find that the 3D settings are gone, but they've been replaced now by the default settings for this window manager again. And so turn 3D on again, right click, go to the same place. So now you've got basically one GUI that controls both the standard themes and borders and everything else, and then the same GUI that controls your 3D options. So you don't have two different GUIs that you need to worry about, and two different places to go find them, and it's not confusing to new people. And they both managed at the same place. You right click and choose themes, or you get it in the settings manager, but it's both at the same place. So, right click, themes in 3D, settings manager, themes in 3D, there it is. So it doesn't matter whether 3D is on or 3D is off. You'll still get the themes manager for either the 3D or the non 3D version. It's all there, same place. So I thought that was nice. That was a real nice touch. Um, so this is basically what's new, that you can manage your themes and borders and stuff straight from here. I did also, in case somebody is inside the settings manager, of course the default options still get removed for the Windows Manager and get replaced with the 3D and 3D settings here, so that if you turn 3D off again, let's turn it off again, and you open up settings manager, now you'll see those 3D options are gone, but the normal window manager options are there. And if you turn 3D on again, you'll see that boom, there we go, there's the 3D options and the other options are gone. So 3D manager is now really nice and easy and tied into one single GUI application. As you can see, 3D is off. Look there. Now you can go change your borders, change your cursors, change your color themes. Let's choose something like blue. And if you open up your file manager, you'll see everything's blue. The borders are changed. Everything's changed. Let's go back to orange again. And if you put 3D on, and you go here, you can then also, the colors will still apply. We change to red. Open up there, everything's red. And change back to orange. Still change the cursors, change the 3D settings, change the 3D border. So everything still gets done in exactly the same window that you would do everything, whether it's switched on or switched off. I thought this was really nice. And of course, when it's turned off, you'll only have an on switch, not an on-off switch. So there's only an on switch. And when it's on, you'll only have an off switch, as you can see there, off. So I thought that was nice as well, that you can just, it just simplifies everything. It's too confusing when people see on, off, and, is it on? Do I need to turn it off? Is it off? Must turn it on? No, it's off. There's only an on switch, and when it's on, there's only an off switch. So, in a nutshell, yeah, I thought this is really nice. Cores coming together nicely. So we've got the nice clock GUIs, background GUIs. Now you have the nice theme manager as well for managing it. So yeah, the new core is shaping up to look really snazzy. So much has been done. Wow. I know you guys only really see the front end stuff, but I tell you, the back end stuff, that's where all the magic happens. Anyway, this is going to be a short video. I basically just wanted to update and show how the new theme manager is going to be working going forward for MakuluLinux core. We're now going to have one GUI for managing the normal window manager, which is your XFCE window manager, and then the same GUI for managing the 3D compass options, 3D/Emerald compass options. And if you look, they look like two different GUIs, but it's not. It's the same GUI. There's your mouse cursors, there's your color palette. Of course, the borders were removed, and then the 3D settings and 3D border options were added instead, and the on switch turned to off switch because it's currently on. And if you turn it off and go back to the same GUI now, you'll have the off became on, and of course inserted were the borders, and the two buttons were removed. So the GUI just transforms. I thought that was a nice touch. I don't think that's been done on Linux before either, by the way. Wow, I'm getting so good at this stuff. Anyway, so yeah, MakuluLinux Core, a really truly unique operating system. I'm probably going to be doing a nice little breakdown video of actual Core, like what's changed behind the scenes, and just in sort of an overall kind of video before I think we release to the beta guys. And then probably another one maybe before the main release. But yeah, looking forward to that. So that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this new GUI, the fact that you can access themes both 3D and non-3D from the same GUI. I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. and it just simplifies everything. So yeah, appreciate any comments in the or feedback in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.